Good afternoon. Good morning. As Faina mentioned, I'm Banerjee, and this summer I was interning with the Community Development Finance Authority in Concord, New Hampshire. As someone interested in energy policy and access to finance, it was a great learning opportunity for me. So I'd like to run you through some of my key experiences over the last 2 months. But before that, a quick introduction to CDFA. CDFA was formed by a state-level legislation in 1983, but operates as a non-profit corporation. So it's a very unique quasi-public institution that's committed to economic development in different communities in New Hampshire, with a special focus on low-income and moderate-income communities, and also an interest in affordable housing and increasingly in clean energy adoption. That brings me to the Clean Energy Fund of the CDFA. The Clean Energy Fund believes that by helping people save money on their electricity costs, we can create more stable communities and livelihoods in New Hampshire. As a part of the Clean Energy Fund, the CDFA's actions include giving out a $9.5 million revolving loan, and our loans range from $17,000 to a small elementary school in Rochester to up to $400,000 to the Grapponi Center in Concord, who have a huge solar array on their premises thanks to our contributions. In the 2 years since when the team was formed, we have been able to approve 27 different projects. And going forward, I'd like to talk about some of the key aspects of the work that we do. How do we make it possible? The first aspect of our work is technical assistance. A lot of small businesses and nonprofits in New Hampshire don't have the required expertise to get a sense of who can help them implement, for example, a solar array in their facilities and so on. So we provide them with that expertise. We also leverage integrated public resources, such as funds from the United States Department of Agriculture, the Public Utilities Commission, or other such bodies. And we encourage small businesses in the state to take advantage of those funds. We also provide financing for direct projects with respect to your heating systems, lighting systems, etc. Moving forward, I'd like to get into the specifics of 3 projects that I was involved in over the summer. The first one was to do some marketing activity for a low-cost energy audit program that the CDFA is rolling out right now. As a part of this program, small businesses may be eligible for up to 75% rebate on any money they spend on getting a comprehensive understanding of where they stand right now. Where are they spending energy? Where could they be more efficient? Is there any scope for them to implement any new clean energy technology in their facilities? And the key aspects of this project was, firstly, my collaboration with Resilient Buildings Groups, who are the execution partners of this collaboration between CDFA and Resilient Building Group. These are the guys that actually go out and check out your ceiling systems, your heating systems, your air sealing, etc., and give you a sense of where you could go in the future. Also, I researched town and county level stakeholders, people who are the influencers and who could encourage more and more businesses to take advantage of this program. For a small project, it costs only between $3,000 to $5,000, and so it makes it very easy for a small business to shell out maybe $700, $800 to get us a full report on exactly where they could go going forward. My second project was to get a sense of what the ecosystem looks like, to learn from the different stakeholders that actually make it possible for smaller entities in New Hampshire to go fossil fuel free. The 2 key interactions I'd like to mention are firstly with Keen Housing. Keen Housing is a very progressive housing society in New Hampshire, and they've taken the initiative to go 100% renewable in all their residential units. And we are funding a feasibility study for them to be able to do that. And I really do hope that they set the trend for other housing authorities around the state. The second interaction was with Monadnock Sustainability Network. These are a group of progressive citizens who are helping smaller entities adopt solar power in their facilities. And for that, we helped them develop a financial model using which they could get in external partners to invest in their solar projects through power purchasing agreements. If I had more time, I'd explain what a power purchasing agreement is. But for now, let's move forward. The third project was to develop a bunch of case studies for CDFA, which hopefully the organization can use in the future to spread the word about their successful projects and accomplishments. The one case study I'd like to talk about is really close to my heart. It was on Maple Manor. Maple Manor is an independent residential society which has 42 units and mostly houses older and disabled citizens. Through our scope of work with Maple Manor, we've been able to sort of redo their lighting systems, their HVAC system, the ceiling that they have, and a bunch of other projects, besides the fact that they now have a solar array on their residential units. which you can see here in the picture. Only last week, we were up there in Maple Manor. My team and I went up and met the people to celebrate the fact that now on a yearly basis, they're saving up to $27,000 in energy savings. So as you can imagine, for a community like this is a substantial amount of money to be saving that now they can drive towards other services for the residents that are living there. So it was a very nice celebration, and we had a ribbon cutting ceremony, and it was very meaningful experience for me to see the faces behind the numbers and interact with the residents there who are truly enthusiastic that very soon New Hampshire will be able to catch up with its residents, its neighboring states in the region with respect to the rate of clean energy adoption. I'd also take the opportunity to thank gentleman here, second from right, Mr. Joe Harrison, Director of the Clean Energy Fund at CDFA, and my supervisor over the summer. Thank you, Joe, for all the advice and guidance. God knows it's required. Thank you to the CSIE for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you all for listening.